Hey, you guys, welcome back, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki. Bring you the latest, centering the topics on a vlog my life. But I just decided to jump on here because I was live on Insta. Hey, Sparkle. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Naughty for your body, make you lose control. Yes, happy, happy, happy. Yes, happy Pride Month. Yes, Sparkle. Thank you for joining me, baby. So I'm gonna see if my people come in here, load up from Insta, and we'll go from there. Let's see. Cause we was over there talking about the arrest of that lady. I'm gonna put this way. Yeah, that's better. The arrest of that lady, that unalive, the mother of four in Florida. And I just found out oh my God. This world is so violent and so vicious. Well, they arrested her and charged her with manslaughter. But my nephew, lady, his partner, she went to school. She went to school with Ajiki. And she said she was always smiling. That's crazy. I'm trying to give a chance for the notifications to go out because I just kind of hopped on here because Instagram was bugging, like cutting off my sound and everything. Oh, baby, what?
How you doing? Yes, honey. What's up, girl? You know I did your link. What's up, naughty for your body? Make you lose control.
Make you
Yes,
lose
honey.
control.
Love
Period.
it. Yes, what you up to, mamas?
Nothing. I was live on Instagram and it was acting up, so I was like, let me jump on here to see on these
Oh,
who on
okay.
these YouTube streets because we was talking about that lady getting arrested
Oh,
and charged with manslaughter and not the M word. You know what I'm saying?
and what lady, Susan or something?
The one that killed the Jiki down in Florida, the mother of
Oh,
four.
oh, oh, I saw that, but I didn't like really pay attention. It's just so horrible. But you know, if people are really like revealing themselves. This is really revelations. People are revealing themselves, and it's just so much. But
I
we got to keep it. We
know.
got to keep it in prayer, girl. We got to keep it in prayer because it's crazy out here in the streets. But yes, happy Pride, girl. Sweet snaps and a twirl, baby.
Happy Pride,
Mhm.
baby.
I
You
love
got
you,
a
girl.
celebration on your channel?
I don't know yet. I know I'm definitely trying to hit the parade. In the next few weeks, and the Puerto Rican parade is Sunday, so I'm definitely trying to hit
Oh
that.
yeah, it's always like the first or second weekend
Yeah.
in
Y-
June.
Yes, I will have some Pride T-shirts. Yes, black and white, all sizes. So if y'all want to hit me up, they will be $5.
Oh, for real? I'm gonna
Yes,
support
ma'am.
because I think my daughter want to go to Pride this year.
Okay, definitely, definitely. But I'm about to head out, honey. Look, you know, I'm about to be fabulous as the Red Lady Dragon.
Oh, that's the color
Okay.
my daughter wearing for the prom today.
Okay, happy prom, Niecy. Yes, honey. Doing it right, Auntie Sparkle loves you. But yeah, girl, I'm out. Let me go. But I love y'all. So let me hit my link,
I
my
love you
sister link, because you
too.
be
Make sure you go
twirling it.
to Sparkle channel and subscribe and give us a
Yes,
little
honey.
holler, honey.
Okay, legendary. Never worry, honey. Happy Pride. I love you, girl.
I love you too. Hey, Sparrow
Hi,
baby.
Noti. I just finished my night. I take 30-minute nap and I'm good now. I just go to take my thing. I work so much today. I wake up early. I do some work on my computer and I was exhausted. And I do the naughty strategy on Uber. I take two plates for the price of one.
Oh, on Uber Eats.
Yes, on Deliveroo in France, calling Deliveroo because
Uh-huh.
it's delivered two. And I take some food. I take two pizza for the price of one and two pasta for the price of one pasta.
Uh-huh. It's good. I like it. My food is
Yes,
delicious.
yes, yes, girl. I am exhausted by the life. I am exhausted by New Jersey. I I am exhausted. I swear to God, girls, listen to me on the Naughty Love Movement LLC. If the revelation of the Vanderpump reunion is gonna be nothing, I break up with them like an ex. Never come back. I say that maybe I come back, but with my guard up, because I swear to God, it's a revelation. It's something not very, moving everybody. I say I just stop, because every time we do that, they do that Bravo reunion. It's, yes, you're gonna have the revelation changing your life forever. After that, we have nothing.
We living in revelations. This is the days of the purge, people. Okay, you have to
You
be
see
careful.
the news on the Mississippi with this in New York Post with this bacteria who can kill 1 or 2 people. 50% of people who have it gonna be one doesn't get to be have the capacity to heal after that. It's a bacteria on the water on Mississippi
Oh yeah,
rainforest.
yeah, yeah. No, no. So that's why Biden he so called disapproved this funding and this bill for me. Mississippi. I've been reported on the water crisis in Mississippi when it
Yes, but
first
now it's
happened.
going everywhere. I will send you the link on
Hey
Instagram because
Corey.
hi Corey. I see that. I say, oh gosh. And now we had in France, we had the same thing on our water on the south of French people.
So y'all have bacteria in y'all water too.
Yes, on the water too on the south.
Well, to me, if bacteria can get in Mississippi and I'm in the United States, that could easily travel to New Jersey as far as I'm
I
concerned.
don't I
And I
don't
just
know.
don't drink the faucet water at all. Period. At
Girl,
all.
you need to, okay, I send you a messages on Instagram because I have the thing on. I send you the New York Post link I just see today. And now they said they have the same on Montreal. Say they have the same too on Canada. The same thing. I send you the link
So
on New
this is
York.
another form of a pandemic, you guys, through our
Oh, guys,
water.
I will go. I will go tomorrow morning. I will go to buy water.
Hey Corey.
I will go to
Morning,
buy water.
ladies.
I will go
Hey,
to
how
buy
you doing
water.
this afternoon?
Oh, it's
No,
afternoon.
but the thing with Vanderpump, I swear, if it's something nothing to, I will give, because they said, oh, they make all this drama around this revelation. I say, what is it's? I hope they make a good revelation now. This thing.
Oh my God, let me read this. Shout out to the New York Post. Thank you for this article, Gabrielle. So the
Yes,
CDC warns of deadly bacteria with 50% fatally rate that has been declared endemic to the U.S. Gulf Coast. A deadly bacteria with a roughly 50% fatally rate worldwide has made its way to the U.S. Gulf Coast, where it's been declared endemic by the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. The CDC has confirmed 3 cases of infections from the bacteria. Like, oh my God, should we even shower in this?
you need what to do buy bleach water. Do to buy something can make purification. You have some drops you do to water, and just so you need to boil your water. You take on big casserole. You put your water on the fire and you boil the water, because then they're gonna be use it at home. You can it's 50 people can die with that fungus.
No, but Mississippi has been going through it with the water from since last year, like
But
from.
it's not the same. It's not chemical thing. It's a bacteria naturally made by, and people, when you have it, you can go on it. 50% can have a consequent thing on health. They said, I don't lie. It's not some very strange newspaper say that. It's a New York Post. It's very mainstream. I don't, and I see the
Yeah,
article.
the New York Post is run by the world's most
But
unscrupulous
it's
person.
mainstream because I found a French article in 22 speaking about that, and now I found an article in Canada today about that situation. They speak on French, but I truly that
Oh my God. The world is like falling apart. Period. People, you just gotta have your
Mm-hmm.
eyes open.
They learn how to use
I
the
see
bow and arrow
it's
and stuff.
Yeah, like you just like you can't trust anything. Do your homework. Um, I don't suggest anybody drink any water from any faucet. Period. I mean,
just boil your water with hot fire.
I ain't
Boil the
boiling.
water.
You can't even trust the bottled water no more. Like you just don't even know.
I will buy no water on the bottle because it's gonna be costing like gold.
Mm. Yeah, don't buy Dasani because that's not real bottled water.
No, in French we don't have that thing brand. It's more. I don't know what happened now. It's very strange. You see that?
It's the
Yeah.
last days. That's what's happening. All the evil is rearing its ugly head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mirror say yes. The mirror says the same. Oh my gosh, what is gonna be happening? Yes, deadly bacteria. I send you the link too because it's now with the mirror. Mirror is from from UK. So
Yeah, owned by the same man who owns the New York Post.
no, it's not. It's not the same people. The mirror. No,
Yes,
it's not the same
it
company.
is.
The
It
mirror is the
is.
UK. It's not owned by the New York Post company. It's
It
not the
is
same.
because Rupert Murdoch owns the New York Post and the Sun and the Mirror
Okay, but he
Mhm.
doesn't
and the
because
Daily News. Okay.
okay, but he doesn't own the French publisher because I know that, and and he doesn't own that. In 22 they had I see the same article in French publishing, French newspaper, and it was not from the same group.
Yeah, Corey, what you thinking about this arrest of this racist Karen? That
It took them long enough.
I mean, I'm just saying they just kind of drag their feet. No,
If it was a black woman who
we would have
used the
been under
stand
the
your
jail.
ground law, she's underneath the jail in Florida right now, who used the
Oh, we
stand
might
your
have got
ground
shot.
law.
Sorry,
Exactly.
we
Exactly. Exactly. We wouldn't have made it. We wouldn't have even made it out of our homes alive. Okay.
Well, come to find out, Corey, my nephew, he's down in Florida, and
Mm-hmm.
his partner, she went to school with the young lady that was deleted, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
in
Hmm.
front of her children, though. I
I
mean,
know. That's what I feel bad for. Like the children have to grow up. They have to remember this trauma for the rest of their life. And what gives
for
this woman
years,
the right
decades.
to make a
And I
choice?
blame the Satan. I blame the Satan and his now OK Corral gun laws. Okay. You don't have
America
to have a
has a
license.
serious problem with guns, right? It's a
They do.
major problem.
They do. I just woke up not too long ago and um I don't know if it's a new YouTube short by Amanda Seals, but had this guy named Dan Hansen from Texas, and he
Hmm.
said this 2018, America has a problem with guns because if it was a Mexican or Muslim or a black person shooting up schools and things, this would have been taken care of. But
Hmm.
no, because it's a white man, a white kid,
Hmm.
they're not
They
doing
can
anything
handle
about
it.
it. We can't do anything
But you
about it.
have this case with this white guy who go in this bank and he do that thing because YouTube with the some word they don't like some word, and he do that. He had that reaction with this weapon, everything like that.
Mhm.
It was a white guy, and they don't do any big. He do that on that bank because he was angry because some woman doesn't want to go out with him. It that I see that, you know, the guy in this
Oh
bank.
yeah. He's one of those what is it called? What do they call them?
Incels.
Incels or something.
Boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the major problem here is, like, I feel like when it comes to the Caucasian race, they are treated innocent until proven guilty.
Proven
And
guilty
then when it
The
comes to us, our melanated people, we are treated guilty and we have to fight to prove our
of
innocence.
our innocence.
yes, no matter
Exactly.
what.
And it's
No
a
matter
double
Even
what.
standard.
even the crazy white supremacists that unalived them people in their church in, what is it, Charlotte?
Mm-hmm.
The what the
They took him to Burger King.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the
They
White
took him to the
House.
cops took him to Burger King.
It's like they reward them. They
Remember
reward
the
their
It's like,
bad
thing with
behavior.
with
yeah.
Trump and the White House. You have these people from the white supremacists go to invade the White House. What happened to them? Nothing.
Oh, yes, they got locked up. Some of them got locked up, but they let them out early.
Yes, I
they
will
got
tell you
charged
that.
with very
Okay, I have
minor
a question.
offenses.
If it was people, black people or people not, you know, white
Oh, they would have
American.
hosed us down. They would have put
Oh,
they would have, propelled up the crowd.
yeah, exactly. Gonna be, yes, we are not in security in your country. Oh, I see
Mm-mm.
the people. You know. Oh my
We're
gosh.
treated like invaders, like we wasn't kidnapped and brought to this country and built it. Like,
Oh my gosh.
I'm just I'm just so over every time something like this happened, like this incident with Ajiki. It's just re-traumatizing, and it's a reminder that, like, they still try to make us feel like we're less than. And the only thing it speaks
Mhm.
to is their fear, because they see that, unfortunately, our younger generation is a little lost, but we are gaining momentum and making strides. We have more
Exactly.
Black
Mhm.
excellence now because our people are getting more and more educated, and they're scared. And we're forced to be reckoned with. And every time one of these incidents happen, that's the only thing I think of. It's just like they acted out of fear for
Yeah.
no reason, and then they use the excuse of the stay in your ground law and say their life was in danger. The
Yes,
same thing
always.
happened with Emmett Till. That's how he lost his life, from some Caucasian woman lying on him, and she was able to live her life free. You know what I
Yes.
mean? After she told a lie. And that's the thing we're tired of, Gabrielle, is them being able to perpetuate a lie and their white privilege
Okay, I will tell you a
coax
story
them through
about
the law.
that. We had two politicians in France. One is
Mm-hmm.
woman, and one other it's a guy. They are very well known to be racist against people like me, and for immigrant people. One of these women, her son, was on DUI with a substance, alcohol, and medical substance. He was arrested by the police. He was everywhere. He
Mm-hmm.
doesn't go to jail immediately. I think he had an accident with people. He hurt people. The third, no, the first, no, he didn't hurt people allegedly. But he had on big DUI with the substance and alcohol. The second, he was on a motorcycle. He make an accident. He was under substance, and his father was the most, very with the supremacist view in France, and we are all there. Oh, now you speak about people from immigration in France to do bad things. Your son make an accident under substance against people when he was driving his motorcycle. What he do? He get back on him. I was just, I say it's getting back to the face of that people.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
the Hillsong Church, who is very, well known to be very conservative and not very open to people from other, color.
Mm-hmm.
They had backlash with their pastor, who, they have so much. They agree to the allegedly to the wedding to under teen people. If you are 13 on the Hillsong Church, you can get married with a man.
13 years old?
Yes, in USA the marriage of kids is not forbidden.
Oh, I know that. That goes back for.
It's not a joke. I tell you that they
Oh,
don't
we know it's
write
not a
that.
joke because we was the main ones human trafficked and all that. Okay.
It's not
Mhm.
forbidden, and I was what? USA the same. It's in France. It's
Yeah, in
forbidden.
one state, I think it's Kentucky, you can get they dropped the age of consent to marry like 12, is it?
Yes.
Was it
Mhm.
12?
12
In
or 13.
where it was on the it's not on the on Utah like that, something like that. No,
They're
it
trying to
was.
drag us back. They're trying to
Oh,
drag us
They
backwards.
trying to bring back segregation.
oh, what? Okay, I had a question. What's happening now in Florida? Because I see some
Oh, it's
news.
a travel advisory. They trying to pluck us off one by one. You go down south at your own risk right now. That's why I stay my behind up
Exactly.
north. It's
But
still active race. They still are actively racist in those states down south. They're open carry states. Okay, like shootouts break
Mhm.
out at gas stations down south. Don't
yes,
get it
but
messed up.
the thing with the immigrant law about the walking. Okay, what's happened with the farmer? Because I see some news. Did they go back on the what's happening?
What with the
The
farmers?
white folks, yeah, the white folks in Florida don't want to farm their own land. Okay.
What's gonna be happening? Because now you can have non-documented people working for you. Okay.
Yeah, we talked about Mississippi, James. We talked about Mississippi in the water crisis. I've been spoke about that on my channel like last year. It had to be like a year and a half ago or something or
Yes.
whatever. And then, but also there's like bacteria in the water. Like people, you have to
Mhm.
beware. And now look, Mississippi been going through this for like a year and a half with their water issues down there. Joe Biden is just putting it on the roster, talking about he
Oh
putting
my.
funds out allocated to help them with the crisis. I mean, the damage is done already, don't you think?
Yeah, but it's not his responsibility. It's the governor of Mississippi to do that.
But the
Yep.
thing.
What's not happening is the governor of Mississippi, because it's
Oh,
affecting poor folks, don't really care. It's like
They
what
don't care
happened.
about Mississippi. Mississippi's still
Let's
going through it. Hey, Kim, welcome to the panel.
Thank you, sweetheart. Hey, ladies.
hey,
yeah. Hi.
We
And
hi.
now that the governor of Mississippi is not taking care of this, now it's time for the federal government to step in.
Yeah, isn't it like
And
a
what's
state
going
of
to happen
emergency
is
down there?
he probably will put a state of emergency in eventually.
How you
You know,
doing,
they
Kim?
have
How was
that
your
those checks and
vacation?
balances.
Oh, it was really. Oh, that's why I haven't talked to you. I've been meaning to call you and everything, but I just really, to be truthful, I'm just becoming in the land of the living today. Okay.
It looked like you had a good time.
Oh my God, I did, and I'm going back. I did. I really needed that. I hadn't had a vacation in eons. Okay, so it was good to get away, and I wish I had more time there. But that place, if anybody's ever been to Fountain Blue in Miami, that place is the place to go. I mean, it really is a nice. The accommodations are nice. I felt like a princess. The service was impeccable. So anyway, that's it. But I'm back into the real world, and I was looking at your topics and everything. And I love that show that you did yesterday, Knotty. That was a really good show. And matter of fact, and listening to you, you keep me because I mean, really, I've been sleeping since I came back. So
Mhm.
I did not know about that lady. Oh my God, my heart went. I said, not another one.
Yes, that's stand your ground law in Florida. Okay, that's how Trayvon Martin was taken out.
Yes, and that other little boy that got shot, that man tried to use that too, remember?
Exactly, and he had a glass door, and the boy just went to the wrong house.
Mm-hmm.
And they try to say, "Oh, he posed a threat." Well, that lady tried to say the same thing, but they have arrested her now and charged her with manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
Yes,
Just now about that. Just now they do that. My gosh.
yes.
Manslaughter.
I'm seeing some premeditation here.
It
That
was
was.
premeditated. Because
That
she stole the
was.
iPad and she hit the kid with the inline skate. So that was premeditated.
Yeah, because
He
I'm
knew
gonna tell you
that. He
something.
knew that mama
My
was
daughter
coming
and I
for
were talking about that because one of the things I want to say about the show you had yesterday, which I really appreciate, is when you had that police chief on there, and then he was talking about the stand your ground law. Because even though he got on my nerves, one thing he did say is that if you read the law, you basically can't arrest that person. My daughter and I were talking about it, and she was like, "Yeah, Ma, you really can't. It's so many different things with that law. They really protect us." She said that law is more like a preemptive strike law. You know what I mean? So that
Mm-hmm.
you could do that. So it's almost like she's gonna be protected. So I figured that they would do a manslaughter on her. And what does that get you?
Exactly. I mean, I think it's very minimal time she'll get.
Yeah, I don't know what manslaughter gets you.
It's not as much as a regular first degree would get you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then what about second and third degree attempt? You know what I mean?
but I feel it's premeditation. She took them kids' tablet. She baited the mom.
Yeah, I
She
believe she
knew what she
baited it
was
too.
there for.
Yes, you know what? You're right. I believe she baited the mom too, because you know who else would do that? Because you know if you hit somebody's kid, they mama coming, right?
Exactly. Come on now.
But see, I'm gonna tell you something though. Now I know we on a national platforms. I'm trying to make it what's your deal. But for me, I wouldn't have been like the mine. Okay, I would have called the police on it to protect myself and my kid. But it's ways to dealing with people. Okay, and I can still keep my hands clean. Put it like that. All right.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
And I would deal. She would have been dealt with. Okay. But
Mm-hmm.
one thing for sure, my hands gonna be clean. But she would be dealt with. All right.
But there's a history of 911 calls between
Yep.
the the mother and that woman. So there's
Well,
a
then,
history.
Corey, it
So
was time for her to be dealt with, if you know what I mean.
exactly, and it depends on how the prosecutor is going to handle this, whether how much time she would get,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
if they
still, I wish
change
the mother
it.
would have just dealt with her on her own. You understand what I'm trying to say? So
Mhm.
she would still be here for her babies.
Exactly, I think she should have called 911 again
That's what I said. She should have called did the
I
police.
feel like
because
she
that's
should have
grand
too.
theft.
I said
Because
she should have did the police. I would have had a two-prong method approach to it. Call the
mhm,
police, and then I'll handle it.
mhm,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just to get a
mhm,
record and to protect yourself. And for
Mm-hmm.
real, you have to make records nowadays because they all the same thing happened to Emmett Till. All she had to say was, "Oh, he touched me inappropriately," and they took her word for it. Like I
mhm.
Mm-hmm.
said, when it comes to Caucasian people, they are treated innocent until they're proven guilty. You have to do all this proving. But
And it's
us,
flip-flop for us.
it's the opposite. It's the
Mm-hmm.
opposite. We're guilty until we gotta fight our way to our innocence.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Exactly. You tell it. You need to prove you are innocent.
But I feel like there's a history, a good record of a history here. Even the neighbor said the woman was a tyrant and she was
Mhm.
racist. Okay. Even
Mm-hmm.
the other guy with the young man that went to the wrong house. Okay. His
Mm-hmm.
grandson came out and said he was clearly racist.
Sure,
Mhm.
yeah.
His
Mm-hmm.
ex-wife came out too.
Sure did. She
Exactly.
sure did.
And I
She's
feel
like, "You
like
ain't getting away with this."
Mm-mm.
it should be zero tolerance for this type of behavior, seriously. And obviously the laws need to change. A person should not be able to take your life into their hands and make a decision on your life. Period.
Mhm.
Mm-mm.
They shouldn't be able to. And be able to stand behind the law to protect
But
them
I
in
would have
due
handled that on
process.
my own. I'm just saying I would have called the police, and it didn't matter if it was next week, next month, or 4 months down the road. She would have known that I would have had that handle. Put it like that, okay?
Mhm.
Sometimes I think she would have been better off reporting her for theft of her device.
Yeah, because that's almost grand theft. Because a good iPad is like what, $2,000-$3,000.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree, but that wouldn't have satisfied me. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, that
Oh yeah,
wouldn't
I know.
satisfy me either.
I'm
But
from at that point. You touch my kid. I'm from I-242.
yeah, I'm just saying. But see me, I'm a plotter. I'll sit and wait. I'm patient.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm saying. I said I'm going to handle it. It may not be next week, may not be 2 weeks, may not be 12 months, but
You
it's
know what I
Mhm.
going to get.
mean?
She gonna know.
She gonna walk to her car and find a fist in her face.
It's gonna be. It may not. Like I said, my hand's gonna be clean, but she'll be dealt with.
Exactly.
Exactly.
My
Get
hands will be
Pookie in
clean, but
there.
she will be dealt with. That's right. Pookie, little crackhead around the street, around the corner.
Yes.
If she
Po
go to
Joe and
prison, they
Nut
gonna deal with her there.
Nut.
They gonna deal with her.
Oh yeah.
Because she
But
won't
you
have her
know
little
what I
privilege. There's
found?
different rules in prison.
What I find very strange. I think this woman doesn't look like on her eyes very with good mental health. It's you see she's disturbed in some way.
Oh, she's a miserable hag. She's a miserable hag. And that's why she chose to pick on little children.
But
Right, but for anybody else that might be listening and may ever have that problem or whatever, you stay alive so your kids can continue to see you and you can continue to raise them. You handle that stuff on the back end, if you understand what I'm saying.
Because now her kid's gonna be traumatized. Her 9-year-old was with her when that happened.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
What a miracle that she didn't get hit. That the 9-year-old didn't get hit.
Exactly. Like, this woman is a danger to society, and that's why she should have been locked up right away, in my eyes.
I agree.
Because you're obviously unhinged. You ain't even go to the door. You shot through the door.
I think the problem now is to have a gun and mental health issue. I sent on the Lady Hukiki chat group the thing about this woman, this politics in USA said, okay, that woman, she was not about her, but another people do a thing similar. She said people with mental health issue are letting out like that with no health care, no caring, nothing, and after that we have the situation it's easily for them to access that type of weaponry, but they don't get access to medical care. What is going wrong now today?
Well, they cut out mental health care, so we can forget all about that. But the bottom line, even though they say that racism is a mental sickness, but I don't know. That's debatable.
That was a learned behavior, okay? From the moment we stepped foot on this soil, it was a it was a culture. It was a vicious culture. It was dangerous for us. It was a very traumatizing time for our people. We weren't safe in our homes. We couldn't walk the street. We couldn't look people in the eyes.
It's turning the same way now. I'm just saying. But I wish that mother would have chose a different way so she could live to see another day. I just want her to live to see another day. That's all I'm saying.
Seriously. And my heart goes out to those little babies. I can only imagine what they got to be going through, and they did not deserve this. They did not. But I agree. I would have called the police myself, because people are so unhinged that, if you even step on their property and they don't recognize you, they choosing to delete you.
Well, she called the police. We know she could call the police again. But the thing is that what happened the point I'm trying to make is that she had become so infuriated at that point. It was time to go in there and face that woman face to face.
Yeah.
And she wanted to deal with that woman. All I'm saying is that you can deal with people, but you don't have to be dealing with them firsthand. Okay?
Exactly.
It's a way to deal with people.
There is ways to deal with people. And speaking of that situation, did y'all hear about the Alabama woman that was found dead after going to make a Facebook marketplace purchase? Let me tell y'all something. Facebook is dangerous. Do not, because they have real estate and everything on there. A lot of it is scams, you guys.
Yeah.
And I just find it quite suspicious. I feel like this is modern day lynching going on with these cases, and that's why I brought this up or whatever. But she was found burned, and then they found out that she was shot. On top of that.
But I'm gonna tell you something else too. And for the lack of information, we perish. But when these people want to do these things, they should go here. And I know it's a lot of cities that probably have the same thing. And that is, you go to your police department, and they have a place where you can do your transactions with those folks.
Exactly.
And that's what they said. That's the point of you have to choose safe places to go to make these transactions.
Because my police station, they have an area where you can go there and you guys can make those transactions. Because that happened here. This guy was it was something else. He was selling a car, and the people came to his house and everything. And when he came and he came out with the keys in hand, they shot him and took the keys and stole the car, killed him right in his driveway.
See? And that's why I really don't like doing business over the internet like that. Because it's just so dangerous now, and people are broke and desperate.
Yes.
People have to remember we're in a recession. And,
Right.
and people aren't recovered from the pandy that we just went through.
No.
So a lot of people, even with the stimulus coming in, a lot of people didn't do the right thing with the stimulus,
No.
or whatever. And people weren't paying their rent and things like that. So when you have poverty, crime goes up.
That's true.
So you got to be alert and
And we
aware,
can
and just
expect
know
more of
that
that happening because they driving us deeper into poverty just with these grocery prices.
I
Oh my
know the
gosh,
groceries
yes.
are out of control. Out of control.
And
Out of
they're cutting food stamps. They're taking away food stamps. You know, a lot of people are struggling to eat.
Yeah, a lot of people are. Because it's so expensive. I think I saw a TikTok the other day where a woman, she said a bag of grapes was $10.
Mm.
And so imagine if you have a large family that you have to feed.
Yeah.
And you're paying that much for fruit.
Yeah.
And so, look, a lot of people end up eating unhealthy because it's cheaper.
Correct. Correct.
Because
Correct.
it's cheaper.
I normally go to like either Asian market where the prices are reduced and you get good produce, or a Russian market where the prices are reduced, or and the produce is really fresh because it comes right from the farm. And so I can't even do that anymore. It's now we have to pick what type of fruit we get because it's one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
So
like I
true.
bought 2 boxes of white grapes from this wholesale place called BJ's. It's like Sam's Club.
Oh
And
yeah, I heard that.
$6 or $7 a box. And my mom was like, "Ooh, these are bitter." I said, "You better bitter eat them." I got 2 boxes and they need to be ate. I can't just throw them away.
Exactly.
I said, "You
I
better
go to
close your
Costco's.
eyes and eat them."
Yeah. When the prices peak like that, I just go to Costco's. That's just like a BJ's or Sam's Club.
Yeah, we have Costco here too, and Sam's.
Yeah, I get my food from Costco, and it just lasts longer. Amongst us, but yeah, I'm real selective about where I'm spending my dollars on food right now. That's fact.
You have to be.
Yes, you have to be, and you need maybe to take some bottle of water on your home, maybe because it's gonna be complicated that story with water.
Oh yeah, people stock up on water. Seriously, it's important. Because you just never know.
I had these little pills, you can do on water to purify that, and I have this thing when you do on camping and you have very drinkable water. You can use this thing and you have a good water after that. I have that on my home, but I will go to buy some water tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So, because the residents of Jackson, Mississippi, they filed a class action lawsuit.
Did they?
Yeah, for the water crisis. It's been going on I reported on it a while ago, Kim. Yeah,
but remember this
after
thing
years.
I think it was in Maryland. You have that water with a chemical on that go, and people are fighting on Costco, everything like that, to have water because they can drink the water because you have some chemical on that. You have this, I don't know, it's a train or maybe a truck go on the water and intoxicate.
Oh, yeah, that's from another state.
Yes,
their tributary runs into one of our tributaries, and the mayor of Baltimore City, I call him microwave mayor because he's only like 30 something. and he
Mm-hmm.
knows nothing, and he's
Mm-hmm.
one of those pseudo intellectuals where he says things of that nature all the time. You
Mm-hmm.
know the type.
Mm-hmm.
And no one respects him. No one
Oh.
really cares about what he has to say
Mm-hmm.
because he's not actually doing a good job.
Mm-hmm.
And how did he get into office? Love bombing everybody?
They instead of Sheila Dixon, they voted him in. She may have been a crook, but she know how to run the city. The city ain't never had a problem. Crime was down when she was in office,
Mm.
except for when she was stealing them gift cards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to say allegedly because she was convicted.
Uh-huh.
But I had a question now with the new law about the immigration on Miami. What's happening for the farmer when they have this land with this food and fruits and you don't have any people to take the fruits? What's happening now? Because I think and they say the service industry too, they have don't have enough people to work on that. What's happening? Do they get some documented worker coming instead? What's gonna happen in Florida now?
Nothing. Because
Nothing.
let me tell you what this let me tell you what the issue is, Gab. The issue is black people have done those jobs for centuries and decades, right?
Yes, we knew that. Yes, it's true.
And the undocumented workers, or they come in, they do this for no money at all, damn near. And
Yes,
now the Satan has bit his nose off to spite his face, because now white folk don't want to do these jobs. They don't want to take
yes.
care of their children. They don't want to clean their own toilets. They don't want to pick their own food, because black folk ain't doing that no more. We
But
done did enough of it.
it's true because I remember we do that on the larger live. She show some journalists go to the street of Florida. I say to a guy who is American, why you
Mhm.
don't get a job? He say my health, I can because I lost with my disability.
Mhm.
Funding I ask and my insurance cover. And you see this man allegedly gonna be maybe on substance or anything like that because he doesn't look good. And you see farmers say the American, people that are not used to physically to do that job.
No, white people aren't used to that, right? That's
Yes,
what it is.
yes.
That's code
They
for white folk
curse.
ain't used to doing it, and they won't do it. They won't lower. They won't quote unquote lower themselves to do it.
Yeah, that's like lowering their stock, okay? They
Mm-hmm.
value. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
Okay.
remember, they above. They're
But
That's.
it's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what's happening in France because when you have the people in immigration coming to do that type of job, they say, okay, you can do your religion, you can do everything, almost you stay on this type of job under the society, okay, under the French people. And after that, when we came on the same level of them, they said, oh, you can do the veil on the school, on your work, you can do that, you can do that. We
Mm-hmm.
can, we can, okay. And after that, now they come also with the thing we try. It's like a sci-fi movie. We try to replace the French people, like we are aliens, and we try to make this theory of the big replacement. We come in, we take our place, and I will be the in the shadow lurking about you to take your place, like
Mm-hmm.
like in a horror movie. We try to, and I say, oh gosh, no, please.
Yeah, that's what they say over here too.
But I find funny in the moment we stay at this place, because in French we have this sociologue named Pierre Bourdieu. He said it's not a question just of ethnicity, it's a question of money and social classes.
Yep.
When you stay under the belt, it's okay. You can accept black people if they are maid, little workers, blue collar. It's okay. Okay, you have, and also when you are blue collar on this type of world, you have a hierarchy too. So you need to stay at your place no
Yes.
matter what. And the day you try to get out of your place, what's happening? You have the society going against you. And it's exactly what's happened with the veil from for Muslim people. When it was a woman, she do,
she was a clean worker on the office, on the school. It's okay. She can be a maid, but she can have a veil. The day it's happening on university, on big job, is gonna be problematic. It was problematic. And you say it's never a question of ethnicity. It's a question to stay at your place.
Mm-hmm.
And we say that on who? New York with Ebony K. Williams. She doesn't take the place the other girl want to give her, because she was not a stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
And that happened. And what happened? She makes Al is not her. The cast doesn't know who to react with. Black woman, not a stereotype.
Yeah.
The class is a thing, and them feeling that you're under. You, I know I was going through the airport, and they had the wheelchair. I had the wheelchair assisted class and mobility issues. So anyway, he's wheeling me through, and this lady comes. Sits, she was sitting somewhere, and she stops the guy that's wheeling me, and she wants to tell him about she been waiting for somebody, and she does, and everything he tells her to do, she act like she can't do it. So I was just like, I need to get to my plane. So I said, ma'am, I said, you're gonna have to find somebody else. I said, because me and him got someplace to go. I said, I need to get my plane. At that woman's face dropped. She turned to me. She was speechless because she was looking at me like, how dare you speak to me? And I told him, come on, let's get to rolling. Because I ain't got time. Roll on past this chick. We ain't got no time for her, okay?
Hmm. And that's just the thing. When you're confronted with people with biases and they do little racist innuendos, if I have you, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
It's a way you could correct them. You do not have to take it or whatever.
Uh-uh.
But stand your ground. Don't, let them have the upper hand and make them feel like they have some type of control. Because you just got as much right to be in the same space as them. Like,
Right, but this guy, he was either Hispanic or Latino assistant, and I don't think that. And I felt like he had to stand there and listen to her and answer all this question, everything he told her. Well, no, I can't do that. Well, no, well, he's not getting ready to push me out this chair, lady, and put you in it. So what? If you don't take his, if you don't take his suggestions, where are we? You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
You know what I mean? So
mm-hmm,
he even gave you all these options. So I told him.
exactly.
So he was like, I don't know. I kept telling her. I said, yeah, I know you did. I said, but you ain't have to keep telling her. I said, that lady didn't want to do anything. She wanted somebody to come in there. She felt like she had privilege. Okay.
Exactly. And that's the thing. They don't have privilege. They want you to
Mm-mm.
believe that they don't. And we can educate them and correct them. Seriously. Like, you do not
Mm-hmm.
have to take no ish off of
No,
anybody.
I just told the lady, he don't give you a couple of options. You have to figure it out. Okay. I said,
Exactly.
come on, guy. I said, let's go head on. I said, because I got a plane to catch. And I was
Exactly.
4 minutes away from catching the plane, from boarding. Okay. So, I'm just
Exactly.
telling you that, but she looked at me like, how dare you? Now, it would have been different circumstances. She might have moved up into a full blown Karen rage.
Yes.
This Karen rage is out of control. I'm so sick of people thinking that they have to tell other people what to do. And you know what I mean? Like, what gives you the right to come up to me and tell me what I should be doing? So now you
Mm-hmm.
asking for it. Don't come
Right.
up to me and tell me what I should be doing. It's my God given right to move how I want to move.
Uh huh.
And as long as I'm not breaking any laws or causing you any danger, you don't have no right to do this. Be coming up to me to order me around. I don't work for you. You
Thank
don't pay
you.
my bills. You didn't bring me into this world, and so I
Yeah.
owe you nothing.
But I think she fully expected for him to dump me out that chair and then she can get it. You know what I mean? Because she been waiting an hour. Well, you in the wrong spot for one thing, ma'am. She was in the wrong spot. Okay.
But you
She
know what?
wasn't even in the pickup spot. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's
But
true.
these are challenges that we face on a regular basis. As women, it's double. Like, I see discrimination as a woman all the time from other cultures, especially like the gas stations around me where the Indians run it. They don't have no respect for women at all.
They don't.
Or the Arabs and stuff like that. And then you add that we black on top of it. You better know your worth, ladies. That's just the bottom line. And you got to make logical decisions out here, especially when you have children that depend on you. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, girls. And then take it back to that subject. You're right about that.
that depend on you, and so you have to move a certain way. And when people show you who they are, believe them. And don't, if you see a person that's irrational and constantly harassing them, you have to be leery about going to that person's door, because this woman, it cost her life.
Yeah.
It did. But and I can know how you can get emotional like that because I worked in the car business, and then first of all, it's like the good old boys network and the shop mentality, and there's a lot of racists there. And this I was assistant finance manager to the finance manager, and he was horrible. Okay, he even called me the N word one day, and then put his foot on me one day. No lie. I tried to take his kneecap off, but I had to quit because one day I came in there and I was tired. I don't know what it was, but I was tired of him too. And I was just tired. I had a lot going on. And and I know how to put a game face when I walk into work. I don't bring my problems there. But he started in on me that day. I came into his office, gave him what for and a piece of my mind. And I was like, if you want to go toe to toe with me, let's do this today. And so he was looking at me. He thought it was funny. I said, I ain't joking. I said, you're a punk, okay? I said, you go around here talking about me to everybody else, but you won't say nothing to my face. I hear from everybody else. What you got to say? Just say it now. So then anyway, I went back to my desk and I let myself down in my seat. And I said, I'm going to him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard myself. I said, Kim, did you hear yourself? And I was like, yeah, I heard myself and I meant it. And I'm like, wait a minute, girl. Now this is me talking to myself. I said, you got to calm down because you need to really look at this, because if you're really feeling like this one day, because I'm telling you, I was so heated. It was ridiculous. I said, if somebody's taking you out of character like that, it's time for you to make a move. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
he's not going to get better. And they were shielding him. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we have to deal with. You have to see if it's worth it. Trust me, when I used to be in the office, it was this one chick. She was very racist, and she's even went, because I was like decorating some baby shower decorations. It was my sister baby shower. I was, doing the decorations for, and she came up to me. She was like, "Oh, can I have one of the black babies?" And I'm looking at her like, "Are you kidding me? Are
Yeah.
you kidding me?" But she crossed the line with me when she threw a chart at me.
Uh-huh.
And it took all my might. Because you know what? I was like, Nick, she don't pay your bills. You got to feed your
Yes, you
kids.
have the bills, coming.
But I jumped up in her face like, yo, let me tell you something. Don't you ever in your life.
Mm-hmm. See, in that kind of case, for me, I would have called the police and I would have made a assault charge on her, because that's an assault.
Good point, Kim. And I'm gonna close out the show there because I gotta go into a meeting, y'all.
All right.
That we gotta handle these Caucasians just like they would do us. We gotta start calling the cops on them, and don't take matters into your
And just so that people know, and in HR, it's called a torque. Okay, and then I know you're closing out, but I want to tell you, I got that guy back because he was a crook. I actually recorded him and sent it to the owner, telling me how to cheat all the lenders and do wire fraud.
Ooh, I know that's right. You get
That's
girl.
the way to get back at them. I appreciate you ladies joining me this afternoon. I'll see y'all on these YouTube.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Love you, ladies. Bye-bye.
Make sure you go over to Lola Lanes and Larger Curves and subscribe to their channel.
Yes, indeed.
All right. Talk to
Bye-bye.
y'all soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Click like.
That's right. Hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button so that you can be notified when I update content to my channel. Share my content on all your different social media platforms. As you can see here, we have very good conversations, the hard conversations that need to be had. Because we're not going to act like racism doesn't exist over here. We're going to highlight it so people know the signs and things like that. And we're going to teach you how to address the different situations, because that's the only way we're going to bring it into it, Knotty Crew. I appreciate all y'all joining me, and to all my haters.
And I want to say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I love y'all too. Until next time, Knotty Crew, I'm out. One.